Hello. I think I'm live. Welcome in. Please hit the thumbs up as you come into the room. I would greatly appreciate it. We have a lot to cover tonight, guys. Honestly, we have a lot to cover. So let me just give everybody a minute. I was worried I was going to be late. I was still channeling the message. Like, I think I could have channeled for another couple of pages. But I'm going to have to ad lib because I'm still getting messages even as we talk. So, is there anybody there? A lot of times this window tells me there's no one there and there's like 5 people in the room. And other times it tells me there's 10 people in the room and there's nobody in the chat room. So I'm going to give you all a few minutes while I get my ducks in a row. I've got my oils. I'm doing tonight's show at 8 instead of 8:30. So hopefully we get some viewers, huh? I know that most of my viewers this is a bad time for you, and I know that. So if you're watching, can you please say hello in the chat room? Like I said, a lot of times the counter on here doesn't work. All right. I don't know if I'm live. Well, you might have to rewind and watch the playback because I had quite a few of you contact me and tell me that you may not be able to join the live tonight because I made it earlier. All right, well, hold on. I'm going to get me a tissue. Actually, I think I got one right here. I've been suffering from a head cold. Hi, whoever just came in. Hello. Sorry, I have a sinus thing going on. Give me a thumbs up. Weigh in. Come on in and introduce yourself. I'd like to see who all's coming. We can just chat for a few minutes. I'm really not sure if I'm live. That's really sad, but it says I'm live, but by now I usually have 4 or 5 people. Let me check on YouTube and see if I'm live.
I discovered the 8 immortal kings of Samaria.
I think I am.
A total of 241,200 years.
I am.
A total of 241,000.
Yep. All right. We're live. It must just be nobody's tuned in yet. So I'm going to give you just a few minutes and then I'm going to start and y'all can come in as you trickle in. All right, so we're going to start with where do I want to start? Let's start with the candle service. I'm going to clear some space for us. So how's everybody's week going? I've been suffering so bad from a head cold. And I'm on the upswing now. It's been literally 7 or 8 days. I'm finally almost able to breathe through my nose. Please say hello as you come into the chat room so I know who's here. I'm going to clear some space. We're going to start with the candle service for manifestation. Then I'm going to do a channeled message from Spirit. As I am a channeler. I do automatic writing. For those of you that don't know that, most of you do. But I did channel a message. Hi, guys. I did channel a message for tonight. And we're going to do tonight a little different. I'm going to do the candle service and the channeled message. And then we're going to go right into zodiac readings. I'm going to do zodiacs from Aries all the way through to Pisces. They're going to be mini readings. I'm going to be using a Lightworkers deck for the Lightworkers, a love angel or romance angel deck for, love, romance, twin flames, whatever your journey is. And then I am going to toss a tarot card. So 3 cards per sign, and it's going to be short but sweet. If it doesn't take us too long to get through all of these, and if I'm feeling well enough to do it, because I have been kind of struggling. Hi, Day. How are you? Say hi, guys. Give me a thumbs up if you don't mind. Sometimes you have to exit back out to give a thumbs up. I'm very grateful to have you guys here. I know that this time of day is difficult for a lot of people. It's dinner time or it's middle of the night for some of my viewers. So I'm not expecting a huge turnout, but I usually get a pretty good playback. So how is everybody doing? I hope you haven't been suffering from allergies or a head cold like I have. What do I want to use? I'm going to use this oil. So I have the protection oil. Say hi, guys, so I know who's here. I love you. I'm grateful for you. Thank you for being here, even when it's an odd time of the evening. Okay, I've got my love oil. So I'm preparing my candle, and I see that people are just coming in. We've got 5 people. Hi, Nacho Mama. I've been watching your videos. I have to admit I need to watch them more often so you can tap into my energy. I know from experience as a reader, if somebody doesn't watch your channel often, a lot of times they're not included in the messages. You're at work, but you'll be here as much as you can. I gratefully accept all of the time that you're willing to give us. Who else is here? I got Day. I got Crystal. There's a couple more of you that's showing in the counter, but you haven't said hi yet. So I'm anointing my camera. In order to do tonight's ceremony for manifestation, let me tell you, this is a huge, huge manifestation portal. Huge. I know I've said that a million times, but we're living in very rare, exciting times indeed. So I have a feeling it's not going to be the only time that manifestation is going to be highly elevated. But right now, and I'm going to open up an app here that I was reading that tells me a little bit about the astrology. So from the 4th to the 10th is all this one covers, but there's going to be a lot of stuff happening. Oh, thanks, Crystal. I appreciate that. So there is a once in a lifetime gateway this week. I don't want to get into twin flame stuff right now. I might do that in a little while. Right now, we're going to do collective. But Jupiter joins Neptune for a once in 150 years gateway for spiritual illumination and birthing new worlds. Now, I'm getting this data from Cassidy Kane's weekly blog that she puts out that I get in my email. So I want to make sure I give her proper, I can't think because I'm on heavy medications right now. Anyhow, I want to give her proper, acknowledgement that it's her work I'm reading from. So some of the highlights of this week is Jupiter joins Neptune for a once in 150 year gateway for spiritual illumination and birthing new worlds. Mars and Venus signal a period of healing in love, divine love, and union energies. We are looking this week at a powerful and rare stellium and Aries, with the Sun conjunct Mercury, Pallas, and Chiron. So Pallas is the asteroid of the divine feminine. Venus is the planet. But with the Sun conjunct Mercury, which is the messenger, right? Mercury is just very expansive too. Pallas and Chiron. Chiron is the wounded warrior. So, there's going to be some triggering this week, especially if there's still some shadow work that needs to come to the surface. Be grateful of any triggers you have. Keep a journal. Try and, if you get triggered, ask yourself, why are you triggered? What triggered you? What did it bring up in you? What were the feelings and emotions? Was it okay, Crystal, I understand, honey. I do appreciate your help. So basically, if you get triggered, you really want to take a look at the why. You want to look at, how did it make you feel? Did you feel angry, resentful, controlled, abandoned, neglected, disrespected? All of those really high emotional triggers could come up this week with Pallas and Chiron, especially for the divine feminine or for feminines in particular. We all have masculine and feminine energy, so it's not just going to be women that are triggered, but it is in the feminine aspect, which is those feelings in the feels, right? So this shows us that we are in a heightened period for healing, and old wounds may flare up. The benefits are significant, but the path there may be challenging. So deeper hurts that you've been repressing may show up in words and thoughts when you least expect it. So you can shed light on them and heal them, do shadow work. All right, so we do have divine feminine healing. Now she's a twin flame vlogger, so, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But divine feminine, we all have divine feminine within us. So there is a square to Venus with Pallas squaring Venus. It relates to relationships, creativity, and romantic connections. Self-worth wounds are in focus, which may have blocked love or good from being able to fully reach you. It also blocks your manifestations. So be very aware of where your mind is at, what thoughts you're entertaining, what words you're speaking out into the universe. Try to keep things very positive. Be your biggest cheerleader, not your worst critic. Don't bypass spiritually pain that comes up. Don't judge it. Just feel it, express it, let it flow. And then don't try to attach the old story to it. Okay? Just allow it to flow through you. So a lot of inner child work should possibly come up for you and need to be done this week. With Jupiter, Neptune supporting Saturn in the North Node, enthusiasm and reaching higher into physical world purpose is also in focus, and this will help you. Use your passion and excitement for projects, creativity, ideas, and wishes for a better world as a compass. Build your ideal future will in itself heal the past, okay? Building your future will help to heal the past. Once in a lifetime gateway with Jupiter conjunct Neptune, it means reaching into spiritual potential and bringing it down, manifesting into your physical life circumstances. Okay? Your own personal heaven on earth, however that may look for you. Jupiter conjunct Neptune is a highly rare and powerful transit that only happens once every 12 years, but it will not happen in Pisces again for another 150 years. So this rare spiritual gateway, Jupiter conjunct Neptune, can be a challenging gateway to master and benefit from, as there can be illusion and unconscious heaviness involved. Jupiter and Neptune both deal with higher potential and spiritual illumination to a mental and inspirational level. It can also help you find great solutions in your life, though, at this time, if you're willing to look at your triggers and your trauma and to transmute it. So it's crucial to shield yourself and make sure you're not absorbing others' unconscious emotions, and especially the collective suffering. As we all know, there is a lot of that going on in the world right now. You must shield yourself, be in the world, but not of it, that kind of thing, where you're aware of the comings and goings of the lower vibrations happening in the world, but you're not allowing it to pull you down into the vibration of helping to manifest more of that, right? Where we focus our attention with intention, emotions, and actions, we help to create even the stuff we're sad about and don't want to help create. All right. So miracles versus powerlessness. At its best, Jupiter conjunct Neptune can bring illumination and awakening, inspirations for life-changing developments and ideas, miracles, magic, even a feeling of being unconditionally loved by the universe and having recognition of purpose and luck showing up in all of my zodiacs. I swear to you, I just completed all but 2 of the zodiacs. I've got 2 more to do tomorrow. I've uploaded and made public all of them except for Aquarius and Pisces, which will be up tomorrow. And in all of my zodiacs, there seems to be this duality, you know. If you focus on the negative, you're going to experience a lot of endings, a lot of painful experiences, traumas, but they are done for you, not to you, because it's helping you to clear out the trauma of the past, the whole Akash, man, not just this lifetime, but previous lifetimes and the ancestral lineage as well. Okay, so a pitfall of this is feeling like you're trapped in emotions, victimhood, and powerlessness. Be very aware of where you're focusing your attention and the core belief system that you have about your place in this world and your ability to manifest happiness, abundance, higher timelines, and yes, your dreams. Like, dream big. There's a timeline where all of it already exists. You just got to align with it vibrationally. So make sure you're protecting your energy. Cut cords with any drama or friends or toxic situations. You know, each evening, pull your energy, pull your cords back from people, especially light workers, because we help so many people on a daily basis, and we tend to get enmeshed in their drama, their stories, their pain, and we want to help heal them. So don't take your work home with you at bedtime. Pull back your power, pull back your cords, cord cut, and shield yourself. Okay, do it every morning and every evening. So I think that's all as far as the transits that I need to talk about tonight. Now, if you resonate with being a twin flame, there's a lot of information here. It's Cassidy Kane, twinflames1111.com. Go read her article that she put out this morning, and just know there's a lot of information there, especially for twin flames at this time. The unawakened twin is, if they're struggling because they're struggling, that's one thing. But if they're purposefully ignoring their soul contract as a twin flame, there's the higher realms are going to start stepping in. Their soul is going to step in. The guardians that are supporting the twins at this time will step in. And there can be a lot of chaos and repercussions, karma, uncomfortable situations, tower moments. It's the universe is about to get very tough lovey, right? Tough love for the unawakened twins that are unawakened because they choose to be, and using their free will choice to not honor the contract. So if you've been doing your work, then of course you're fine, right? You just need to keep your vibration high, hold love and space for those that are struggling, and support them in any way energetically that you can, but also protect yourself. All right, so that's the transits that I wanted to talk about. Now I'm going to do the candle service. We've only got 5 people in the room, so I don't have time to wait all evening. I do know it's an odd time of the night. I usually don't start until 8:30, and even then, sometimes people don't trickle in till about 9. So it was the only time I could do it. I have a big show in Cincinnati this weekend, and I'm packing. My house is a mess because I've got packing stuff everywhere. I'm getting ready. I've got to take 3 tables and a whole bunch of stuff for my booth to decorate. So we're going to get into the candle service. I made this candle specifically for tonight. Okay. So there's a lot of magic in this. Look at it. I've got all kinds of herbs, and I've got Venus, in energy of Venus infused into an herbal tea that I used. There's also sage. There's rose petals. There's, what else did I use? Oh, there's lotus leaves and a whole heck of a lot of intention and oils, essential oils. So I'm going to carve into this my intention. I'm just putting health, abundance, and union. Oh, I've got crystals in here too. Okay, and I've already anointed it with oil. I'm going to put a little bit more love oil on it. Let me get it rolling here. There we go. All right. Now, I'm going to light the candle. Maybe. There we go. And I would like everybody to get a sheet of paper out if you have one. You better have one if you want to manifest, because that's the important thing about tonight's live. And even if we don't get many viewers during the live, we absolutely will get people who watch it all week long. So hopefully they can do their manifestation in the next couple of days, because the new moon was already, 3 days ago. I usually do my manifestations within 3 days before or 3 days after. So if you see this and you haven't already done your manifestation, you might want to try to get it done as soon as possible, as soon as watching this. So yes, thank you. Blessed be for the candle. It's a tough crowd tonight. We don't have many people. It's kind of crazy. I think this is the fewest people I've ever had during a live, but I'm not surprised, because it's big energy shifts. People are doing stuff, right? Making stuff happen. All right, so take a pen and paper and write down your intentions. I would say from now until the new moon or the full moon. For short term and for long term, of course, you want to write down whatever it is for your highest and best life that you're trying to manifest. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do mine and give you guys a few minutes to do yours. I'm not going to be talking much. So just don't mind the silence for just a few minutes. Okay. Okay, I'm done. How are you guys doing? Yes, it always burns really big in the beginning because of the flour. Ooh. Hey, there we go. I just anointed my intentions for the month with the candle. Usually I can turn it that far without it spilling, but I forgot this is like a tulip. It has dips. So I just made a mess. But anyhow, the reason why it's burning so brightly, and look, it has two flames. I don't know how well that's conveying on the video, but for those of you that resonate with being twin flames, we've got two flames a burning. And I just literally anointed my intentions list. So I always write an affirmation. I am a powerful, conscious creator, co-creating with the divine, my highest and best timeline and life. So it is. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now on the back, I'm going to write everything I desire, I am worthy of, and flows to me effortlessly through pathways known and unknown, seen and unseen. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, now get yourself a glass bowl or a glass plate. I prefer a bowl if you have one so you don't get burned. And I saved my ashes from the last full moon, and I usually release them into the air on every new moon. I put the full moon and the new moon together. Sometimes I plant them in a plant. And here we go. So it is. Dear Mother, Father, God, please come into this space and bless it. Make it holy ground. Surround us in the white light of love and protection. Cast our egos to the outside so that we can be clear channels for receiving and giving. We ask that it be, and so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And there she goes. Ooh, damn. Burn, baby, burn. It's so funny. I don't know if the numbers are correct or not, but I've got like 3, and then I've got 7, and then I've got 1, and then I've got 7. And it's like, I wonder how many people are doing what you are doing. Hi, Elia. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, guys. Mine's still burning a little bit here. If you're late to the show, it's okay. You can always do this as I'm doing the channeled message. Thank you for being here. I'm so grateful for you guys. I really am. I know we're a small channel, and I know that our participants in the lives is always few, but we always get great later views, right? It's funny how it works, but I'm going to clear some space here. I don't know why. I reached for it, so apparently I need it. I cleared space once. But I'm about to channel tonight's message for the month of April. We're going to do an energy check-in for all of April for all 12 zodiacs. They're just going to be very brief. If you want a fuller extended version of the zodiacs, they are all up except for Aquarius and Pisces, which will be up tomorrow. I'm behind again. Last month it was because of COVID. This month because of a sinus infection. I didn't have COVID. Family members did. I haven't had COVID but once, and that was back in November. Hi, Carolyn. How are you? It's okay to be late. I don't usually do it until 8:30, and a lot of people contacted me and let me know that they were going to be late or they weren't be able to come at all. Yes, please, please. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you, Nacho Mama. Please, guys, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Okay, it really does help the channel. Also, for those of you who aren't aware, Nacho Mama Tarot has her own channel and she is doing awesome videos over there. So if you're interested, go check it out. She's very gifted. She's given me some really awesome readings. Crystal, if you feel called, you can drop your link in the chat box. I'm pretty sure if people click your name, because I'm pretty sure that they can find you. You did on the way in. Thank you very much. All right, so let's get to the channeled message, okay? People can catch up later. I don't want to be here all night. If at the end of this, if I have time and I feel good enough, I'll do personal energy check-ins for a $15 chat. What do you call it? Super chat. But if there aren't many people in here, then, we may wait and do that another evening. All right, so the channeled message. Oh, that's the wrong one. That was the spring equinox. Excuse me. All right, here we go. Channeled message. Greetings, my star brothers and sisters. This month is a huge opportunity to shift into higher timelines. There is one wave of you in particular. They're very vague about which wave, but trust me, if it's you, you'll know. There is one wave of you in particular that are about to manifest beyond your wildest imaginings. This is potential, of course. You must be energetically aligned with the shift. What do we mean by this? Times such as these require great focus with intention on very positive outcomes. Tracy, they're talking about me, never had them do that before, although she struggles at times herself, has been channeling to those whom we have sent to her the true way to manifest and align with the receiving of not only material manifestations such as money, homes, cars, new opportunities to grow and excel, but also the ability to clear your shadows of fear and lack in order to manifest love and union energies. These are huge. Okay, so the shadows, these are huge blocks to enter into the new earth and higher timelines of a heaven on earth experience. You were created in the image of the one infinite creator, and you are perfect, always have been. But in a human experience, many things are forgotten. This great time of awakening is opening your awareness to who and what you truly are and what you are truly capable of. This month, there will be many rare planetary alignments and energetic upgrades. More light is pouring into your planet than it has experienced in many lifetimes. You may have been feeling these huge blasts of gamma rays and light codes that are spewing forth from your sun, but also there are those that are not seen or measurable coming from the central sun. These are elevating you all, asleep or awakened, and all will be experiencing huge shifts and many ascension symptoms. Remember how in the past, seers and awakened souls were dubbed conspiracy theorists? Well, you will soon find that the light is being shown brightly on many hidden truths and agendas, and all of you who believed will be vindicated. There are many astrological events occurring in the next couple months that will support Gaia and her children on their ascension, some of which are so rare they only occur every 100 years or even more. Be vigilant in your vibration. Be an observer and do not fear, for all is well. Stay above the fray. Help support those who are not prepared or not awakened fully, for their paradigms are about to be radically altered forever. And there is a lot more coming in the near future. Advice from I can't read my own writing at times. So advice from the Galactic Federation of Worlds is in order, and this is not who I'm channeling. I'm not channeling the Galactic Federation of Worlds. Apparently, the Arcturians is who I'm channeling, but they're telling us that they've gotten information, I guess, from the Galactic Federation of Worlds. And so the advice is, in order to align with your highest timeline, clear and protect your energy every morning and evening. Pray and ask for guidance when lost. Focus on your best outcome. Do not allow fear to help you to manifest more of what frightens you. What does heaven look like for you? And remember, we are creating this new world in bodies in order to experience it in human form. This is not only affecting your planet and race, but all embodied who share your galaxy. So know that you are loved and supported by all benevolent beings working with you to make this mission a success, a successful one. Drink lots of clean, blessed water. Eat lighter, for in these new energies, your body needs less food and more sunlight, fresh air, and nature. We are so honored by your willingness to have incarnated at this time with purpose and intent. We know it hasn't been easy, but it will be so worth it. Get to manifesting, brothers and sisters. All those spiritual gifts that have been dormant for so long are about to ignite in the most powerful of ways. You will now be manifesting without as much effort. So be very aware of where you place your energy so as not to manifest anything that you have been trying to move beyond. You have so much love and support from all of us here at the Arcturian Council. And that was it. Short and sweet. Actually, I could have channeled more, but I was running out of time. So, that's beautiful. Hi, Amber. Isn't it beautiful, Crystal, when people just make you feel appreciated? You know, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I just put almost 24 hours worth of video recording into all of my zodiacs. And I have a small channel, you know, I mean, if you split everybody up into zodiacs, there's not very many views on each zodiac. So it's a lot of work and a lot of effort, but I do it because it's my mission and it's what I love to do. And so because of that, then it just feels so wonderful to know that people appreciate it. I get emails from customers, clients, viewers, subscribers, you know, telling me how some advice I've given in some of my videos have altered their life or helped them to heal or to purge or to grieve. And so, especially a lot of my mediumship readings, I get a lot of emails from people who are appreciative of the mediumship readings from deceased loved ones. And I just had one not too long ago that literally, because I do names and channeled messages on envelopes, and then I channel more as I do card readings. And this one girl emailed me and told me almost like, I don't know, there must have been like 12 or 13 names on the envelope. And she was like, 8 of them were family members. And the messages really were her messages, and that was very beautiful. So as your channel grows, so will your blessings, because people are truly feeling the blessings of your time and effort. And so for all of you who have shown me love and support and appreciation, I do appreciate it, and I love you guys so much. I'm going to start now doing the zodiac signs. Can you please go to your room? I'm trying to channel. He does this every time. He's got to make his cameo appearance. Hi, Tabitha. I'm glad you made it too. You kind of missed the beginning, but there's always the playback, and it's always available. So you can watch from here on and then go back for the playback. So right now I'm going to do a quick energy check-in for each zodiac sign. We're going to start with Aries because it's Aries' birthday. When I say quick, I mean these are not channelings. These are just energy reads. I'm going to get a couple of tarot cards, and I'm going to get Light Workers Oracle. Actually, it's called, what is it? It is the Star Seed Oracle by Rebecca Campbell and Daniel Noel. And then a Romance Angel card to give you a little insight on what you can experience in the month of April when it comes to love and romance. If you resonate with being a twin flame, that kind of thing. All right. So, dear Mother, Father, God, please align the deck in order from top to bottom. We're going to start with the top card, work our way down. So we ask that you align them perfectly for all 12 zodiacs, starting with the zodiac sign of Aries and ending with the zodiac sign of Pisces. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let me do a cut. All right. Now let me shuffle these ones. Same idea, Spirit. We would like to go from top to bottom. Top 12 cards being in perfect alignment from Aries to Pisces. Jesse's suffering from my head cold too. Hi, Dawn. Did I miss Dawn? Hi, Dawn. How are you? Ella? Anybody else I missed? Hi, guys. Hi, Brian. All right, top 12 cards, Spirit, top 12 cards. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now let's do the Starseed Oracle. Oh, that's the book. I might read from the book if I'm not sure what the card is. This is a newer deck for me. I've used them before, but I usually use the book because they were new. So it's okay, Dawn. Everybody was late. For a minute there, I was beginning to think I was going to be talking to a dead audience. I knew that you guys would catch up or catch the replay, but it's a Monday. You know, Monday's kind of sucky. I'm a couple days late because I had a head cold. I still have a head cold. Here, Jesse, too, we've been sneezing and runny nose and clogged up nose. And oh, come on. Not while I'm on the camera. Now go. Nobody wants to hear you blowing snot. Yeah, go to your room. Sorry, guys. He's 12. I mean, what do we expect, right? Did it resonate, Dawn? Brian's a Sag. I just uploaded Sagittarius. The extendeds are over on Patreon if you're interested, but the free version is up on YouTube now. So, okay, top 12 cards, Spirit, please align them perfectly. Thank you, thank you. All right. So, for Aries, we have the Knight of Pentacles. We have forgiving and learning. And we have your life is a canvas, artist, manifestation, creative accountability. So Aries, it's your birthday month and Spirit's calling you on your bullshit. They're saying, you know, slow and steady wins the race, but there's some forgiving and shadow work that needs to be done in order to create your highest and best life. Your life is a canvas. You are the artist, Manifestation is your responsibility. What you create in your world is basically yours to contend with. And they're saying that your creations are your accountability. All right. So the Knight of Pentacles is very reliable, steady, grounded, secure, has good intentions, hard worker. It's Virgo energy. It says loyal, dedicated, protective, apprehensive, plan carefully before taking any actions, but then get going. Okay, because there's some procrastination sometimes in the Knight of Pentacles. Pay attention to the details. Wait for perfect timing. A guardian angel or someone who watches over you will show you the perfect time to move. Okay, I'm really not feeling the need to read out of the book for this card. So we're going to move on now. Thank you, Aries. It just does look to me like you're accountable this month. Spirit's calling you out. Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you will experience more love in your present moments. Your life is your canvas. You're responsible for what you create. Focus on love and high vibration, and you will create more of that. Yeah, he's a pain in my ass. He's in here blowing snot rockets into a tissue while I'm trying to read cards.
Why are you talking about
Because you're a brat.
I'm gonna do it again.
No, you're not. All right. So, yes, slow and steady wins the race. But if you've been procrastinating because of any fears or any inability to move forward because of past hurts, past traumas, it's time to heal, forgive, learn from it, get moving, and be accountable for your own vibration and your own manifestations. If life is not treating you well, then you are the key to changing that. Okay? Oh, my kid, I'm telling you. All right, now we're going to move on from Aries to Taurus, right? Let me pull up. Because I've been on medication, so I don't even want to begin to rely on my memory when it comes to the 12 zodiacs. Hey Siri, what are the 12 zodiacs from Aries to Pisces?
Okay, I found this on the web for what are the 12 zodiacs from Aries to Pisces. Check it out.
Hello, open up. There we go. Yes, I was right. Taurus. Okay, so we have, the Tower for Taurus. We have separation, time apart from your partners on the horizon. And we have called, soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. Again, the spiritual cards are calling us out on our own manifestations, right? Time to answer the call. Your soul gifts and training have been going on for a while now. It's time to step up. It's time to step into mission. Huge transformations in your life in the month of April. Of course, that's going to be for a lot of us. But remember how in my channeled message I talked about if you've been stubborn, if you've been resisting the call, if you aren't stepping into mission, if you've been procrastinating and not doing the guidance, if you've been guided and you've been avoiding whatever, even if you haven't, even if you've been doing great and the work has all been done, there's huge transformation happening in this month for you. If you've been doing your work, you're going to ascend to higher timelines. You're going to, you might have to leave some people behind with the separation card. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be friendships. But if it is romantic in nature, if you're meant to be together, they will catch up. Don't stay behind for anybody. If you're being called, and you are, then, trust the journey. Trust the fact that they are, not far behind or possibly taking a different route. So transformation, a significant life experience that requires changes to be made, powerful and often unexpected revelations, breaking free of procrastination, and releasing old belief systems. Now, I'm going to read this called one, and the reason why is because I feel that you are possibly needing a little kick in the pants. So it's master number 44, by the way. Says soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. You came to Earth with a double mission to grow as a soul and to bring about a shift in consciousness. The best way to fulfill these personal and collective purposes is to trust what it is that your soul is calling you toward, for it's encoded within the most direct path forward. Your soul has many unique gifts that it came here to share. Some you may already be aware of, and others you're just beginning to uncover. You're being called to remember that your soul intelligently chose the perfect conditions to carry out your soul's mission and share your soul's gifts. If you're being called toward a creative project, a passion, or an adventure, this card is your confirmation that you're facing the right way and that this moment right here is destined. If you're feeling underprepared or thinking, who am I to do that? This card is guiding you to step up and take a leap of faith and consider perhaps that your soul has been training for this very moment right here today for many lifetimes. There's an activation code. It says place the card on the portal of your heart and whisper the following. You can do it, energetically. You don't have to have the card. I call forth the soul gifts and soul training that I received throughout all of my lifetimes. I'm ready to embody them all now without hesitation or fear. I fully commit to being here now. I'm ready to step into my soul's highest and most potent calling, and I have been training for this for lifetimes. Now, just know I'm not going to read from the book for everybody, just the cards that I feel intuitively need to be read, okay? So I just want to touch real quickly on this separation card. Again, separation doesn't mean endings. It can, but it doesn't always. Tower cards can mean that there is some sudden unexpected shifts in your energy. Some of you can be, losing friends that, possibly needed to be lost because they weren't in vibrational alignment with your calling. If it's a spouse or you'll know. But there is a separation in the month of April that could be longer or shorter, depending on whatever your soul's mission is. So intuitively, you probably already know what's going on. And so, work with the energies, don't work against them. All right, next we have Gemini. By the way, does anybody feel like time stamping for me? Is there anybody that's going to be staying till the end? Hi, Angela. If not, I don't have time to timestamp, but I can do so maybe tomorrow. But if anybody feels called, if you could just write down the timestamps as I say them. And I didn't ask you before, so you can start now with Gemini, and then I'll go back and fix Taurus and Aries. So Gemini, the twins, from May 21st to June 21st. In the month of April, we have Two of Cups, bada boom. We have getting to know each other as you reveal your innermost selves to each other. Your bond deepens. And we have Earthed, learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. So if you resonate with feeling like you're a starseed, somebody that, you've always felt like you were the black sheep of the family, or you felt like you weren't from this world, it's time to ground yourself into the physical, because you are here to help humans and to be human and to have the human experience. So be in the world, but not of it. Don't get these notions that you're ready to transcend earthly existence, because you've got nice energy for April. Falling in love or the resurgence of a romantic relationship, forgiveness and the ending of challenges, exchanging gifts, vibrational, emotional alignment, and don't give up on people you love. So, and you're going to get to know each other, whoever this, I don't know if it's a new person, a current person, or a past person. But if it's somebody from the past, if it's a resurgence of love, then I would say enough time has elapsed and enough changes have happened that you're going to need to get to know this person all over again, and they to get to know you. All right, so ground yourself in human form. Be in the world, but not of it. Don't allow, the world to bring you down. Don't try to transcend it, because you are here for a purpose. You might even resonate with being a divine masculine or feminine with the Two of Cups. Only if you do, then you do. If you don't, you don't. Don't try to make it fit. But it looks like a great month. It really does. It looks like a new partnership, emotional partnership, Cupid's arrow, chance to get to know each other. Your bond's going to deepen. You're finally going to find your place in the world. This person could help you feel more human, feel like you belong in a world where you never felt like you belonged before. It's great energy. Okay, so up next is Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and all cross watchers. We have the Eight of Wands. Ooh, incoming. Look at the artwork. It's like incoming. Cupid's arrows, or communication, or fast-moving energy, many positive opportunities, unexpected events or rapid changes, an ability to multitask, travel. For me, the Eight of Wands is usually communication, but it doesn't have to be. It can be all of the above. Okay? Guys, make sure you give a thumbs up if you didn't yet, please, to help the algorithms. Unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. And then we have Messenger, serious energy, bringing harmony and balance. So this is what I'm feeling for Cancers, okay? If you've been involved with somebody who has been avoiding or gaslighting or ghosting, some of you guys are literally realizing that this person is somebody that is not meant for you. But if you know, and you will, if this is a divine counterpart, you'll know if the unrequited love was misalignment, because in a lot of these higher vibrational connections, there's runner chaser, there's alignment, misalignment. But with the Messenger and the Eight of Wands, it's all about communication. So you're about to find something out in the month of April that's going to help you to make a choice on whether or not this person is somebody that you can build with for the long haul, or if this is somebody that you need to move beyond. And so I really feel like you need to, I'm going to cut the deck. I want a clarifier. 10 of Pentacles, financial security for yourself and your family, peace and contentment in life, honoring family, pride in the family, passing on knowledge. It's all about knowledge for you guys, Cancers. You're going to know. You're super intuitive, but especially if your person is married, there could be unrequited love with them and their spouse, or it could be with you. You need to gauge your own intuition into this one. Because there's abundance coming. With the 10 of Pentacles, that tells me things are about to really ground themselves and bring in that harmony and balance. But it may need you to cut cords with something that's been tethering you into the lower timelines that's not for you. Or it could be them, your person, being tethered by somebody who's not for them. Or well, no, that's about it. Spirit's like, nope, that's it. Either your person's got a person that they're in an unrequited love with, or this person is not for you. You're going to know. There's two scenarios that Spirit's bringing to me. I'm going to trade him for a dog, and then I'm going to gift the dog to somebody else. Okay, so that was, hold on, because I lost my... Leo, moving on to Leo in the month of April, please. We have the Eight of Swords, feeling stuck, the illusion of entrapment, a lack of self-confidence that makes you feel helpless. being afraid to take action. Take responsibility for your life now. It's also overthinking due to fear. Okay, and then we have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. That's for me, and only take it if it resonates. But for me, that's my twin flame card in the Romance Angel deck, because this is Christ consciousness and this is your spiritual path, this connection, if you have one. Not everybody, of course, has a connection, but if twin flame stuff resonates with you, that is my twin flame card. If it doesn't, then perhaps the person that you met or will be meeting will be vastly different from you, at least in religious beliefs. They could be from a whole different background or history religiously. So we have for your starseed oracle, empathic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. So I don't need to read from the book from that. Something's got you all up in your head. It's got you worried and stressed and unable to move forward. You don't know, should I stay? Should I go? Is this real? Is it wrong? Is it my energy? Is it someone else's energy? And so, you need to clear your energy and your mind, definitely your mind. Whatever you're overthinking, let me get you some guidance. I'm just going to cut the deck. Clear messages to help Leo. Knight of Swords. Yeah, you need clarity. Decisive focus. That's it. You're focusing on fear, and you need to be more focused and driven on things that get you moving. I mean, you're going from stagnation, and it's like Spirit saying, get out of your head, find your truth, and move on. Decisive, focus, driven, defensive, events that move with great speed, choose intellectual responses to challenges rather than emotional. Yeah, especially if you're emotionally triggered because you're an empath, you're picking up on, lots of energies that aren't yours. You may need to clear your energetic field in order to be able to move forward with clarity, knowing what's yours and what isn't. And if you have a love life, it is highly influenced by your upbringing or your spiritual path. Okay? All right. Moving on now to Virgo, the Virgin. Ooh. I highly doubt it, but maybe. Oh, we have the Page of Cups. Sensitive, open-hearted, inexperienced, moody, messages regarding relationships, apologies, opening lines of communication that are heartfelt, new emotional experiences, a romantic encounter, social invitations or events, or heightened psychic abilities. We have very soon. Yeah, see, I think you're going to get a message very soon, a heartfelt message, maybe even an apology. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Manifestation seems to be important. And she goes, as she sees your starseed oracle. I will be reading from the book for this one. It says karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, and conflict. So my guess is you've been clearing some karma in certain relationships. It could be a friendship. It could be romantic. Because this is more of a timing card, right? Very soon. But it feels to me like you might have had a falling out with somebody. And maybe you're creating karma because of it, or they are, or you're clearing karma. Maybe you incarnated in order to clear this karma together. It feels like an apology. It feels like somebody did something to someone, whether it was you to them or them to you, that created dissonance, and somebody's been thinking about it and wanting to apologize or open lines of communication again. Karma, E-F-G-H-I-J-K, page 84. Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict. The constellation Orion is thought by many to have been a place of great polarity and eventual unity. Some believe that many star seeds who were part of this cosmic history are incarnated on Earth now and are playing out karmic relationships from Orion times. Perhaps you're one of them. Polarity causes conflict and highlights separation. However, because of this, conflict can also result in unity and growth, union and growth very soon. Too many misunderstandings are caused when we don't open our heart and mind and see things from a different point of view. When we go into reactive second-guessing mode instead of gathering the courage to open our heart, we should admit that we may have reacted because of our own woundings and then find mutual ground. Sorry, my nose is stuffed up. I don't want to blow my nose on camera. I will if I have to, but I don't want to. Anyhow, we're all innocent children looking to be seen, understood, and cherished. It's much harder to grow closer through conflict than it is to grow farther apart. And yet, that's the invitation of conflict. It's easy to react and take things personally. It's more challenging to see the innocence of all involved and find a way to grow closer through the conflict. It's through relationships that we grow the most. How can you soften your heart and drop your defenses enough to see things from a different point of view? How can you see the innocence of all involved? How can you learn to see the similarities rather than the differences? Blah, blah, blah. Starseed soul inquiry. Which relationships do you find the most challenging? How can you see things from a different perspective, possibly the other person's perspective? How are you being called to allow growth through this conflict? So again, it feels like a breakup and a makeup, or at least an opportunity to forgive and forget. And it is manifesting very soon. It is a manifestation. Somebody's thinking a lot. I can see it in the card. Whether it's you thinking about them or them thinking about you, but probably both of you, and you're probably manifesting coming together to open lines of communication and possibly even give or receive an apology. I'm sorry, guys. I really do have to blow my nose or I'll never be able to talk. It just keeps going and going and going. But at least now I can talk. All right. So that was Virgo. Next is Libra. We have, the Six of Cups. Children or childhood. Revisiting old dreams or plans or loves. Embracing your inner child. The return of people or romance from your past. Romanticizing about how things used to be and reminiscing about old times. And your romance oracle is pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. I wish she would have used different words in that, because a lot of times as an energy reader, I don't feel like it's red flags. I just feel it's signs and synchronicities. Sometimes it is red flags, and if it is, you'll know. But it feels to me more like pay attention to the signs, right? The signs. The universe sends us so many signs, numbers, sequences, songs, lyrics, serendipitous run-ins with people or conversations where we learn things that we didn't believe were true or whatever. It's epiphanies. Pay attention to those signs. Some of them might be cautioning you, and others may be leading you toward a union, because Six of Cups can be a union with someone from your past. Now, it doesn't have to be romantic in nature. It could be an old friend, it could be family member, it can be a school friend, but it's definitely somebody that you have a lot of emotion for and have known from your past. Then we have lost land. So it's somebody you probably haven't seen in a while. Soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. This could be somebody that, you dated before, that you've known before. I mean, you've been there, done that. Bought the t-shirt and the beer koozie. This could be something of I'm feeling the judgment card, like a redo, like an opportunity to come together to decide whether or not you need closure or if you're going to continue on this journey together. It really does feel like if you pay attention, the signs will guide you back together with somebody that you have lost or thought you lost with the lost lands. Do I want to read that? Let me take a look. Some of them I feel the need and some I don't. Lost land, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. The world is far more ancient than our documented history suggests. As souls, many of us have experienced ancient eras on this planet that were much more advanced than ours today. As we begin to remember these times, the rememberings and gifts can come flooding back. At this stage in Earth's timeline, we need the wisdom of the ancients to survive as a species. You're being called to connect with the lost wisdom of your own soul. Ooh, it could be a twin flame if it's your own soul. Just take what resonates, guys. If you feel guided to make a change in your life, to step into a new career path, birth a creation, or bring an idea to life, or to reunite with an old soulmate from this life or beyond, but yet you feel unprepared, this card is calling you to consider that you may have done this before. Perhaps your soul has wisdom beyond what your lifespan can imagine. Perhaps the intuitive hits, red flags, signs, synchronicities. Perhaps your soul has wisdom beyond what your lifespan can imagine. Perhaps the intuitive hits and ideas you're receiving are divinely guided. Perhaps you've been preparing for this time. Some think that lost land exists in the past. Others believe they exist today in a different dimension. I believe these ancient lands also exist in the souls of those who experience them. If this card comes to you, perhaps the wisdom of lost lands such as Lemuria, Atlantis, and Avalon exists within you. And through surrendering to the intelligence of your soul, you can unlock the seeds of these ancient lands so we can all learn from our mistakes and usher in a new age. Starseed activation. Place the card on the portal of your heart and whisper the following. I now unlock any forgotten wisdom and soul gifts from lifetimes past. Feels a little twinny to me, guys. Sacred soulmate, like you, the other half of you in another body. Pay attention because you could be being guided toward one another, especially if you've been in separation or feeling like you lost each other. All right. So that was Libra. Now we're moving on to Scorpio. The Sun. A time of great joy and success, brilliant epiphanies that lead to magical opportunities, plans that work out perfectly, gratitude to the divine, and a big fat yes, which isn't on here, but that's what I'm adding. A lot of times the Sun for me is a big fat yes. If you've been struggling to make a decision somewhere in your life, just know that clarity is coming and the universe is opening up to give you the highest timeline, is what it feels like. So we have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. That's enough to make anybody enjoy the sun, right? Beautiful energies for Scorpio. And your starseed oracle is Earth pulsing, pulse of the mother, slow down, time in nature. Oh, I wonder why they're saying slow down. This feels like beautiful energy. Maybe to enjoy it. Maybe slow down to enjoy it. I guess I'll read this one. I didn't want to read them all. Earth pulsing, number 58. A mysterious pulse is woven through all of life. The planet itself has its own rhythm. You can see it in the seasons and the tides. In our world of artificial lighting, long working hours, modern conveniences, sorry guys, I got a head cold. Conveniences, it's easy for us to feel stuck and off kilter. It's time to reconnect with nature and surrender to the pulse of the earth. Earth pulsing is my favorite tool for surrendering to the rhythmic pulse of the mother and the entire universe. Download an earth pulsing meditation at www.starseedoracle.me. Today, many of us are disconnected from the land beneath us. Somewhere along the way, a severing happened, a moment when it became too painful to stay connected. We feel unsupported and as if we don't belong. We look to other people and the external world to fill our void of the connection. Holding and belonging once given to us by Mother Earth, taking, clutching, conquering, longing for others to receive as fully as the mother once did, forgetting that she's still here, waiting for us to remember and activate the part of us that longs to receive her embrace. When you consciously connect with the earth, a veil is lifted, and she opens up and receives you more fully. You're able to drink from her sweet waters and release what no longer serves you. Stagnant energy falls away at this time, and you become connected to all things on the planet. I surrender to the pulse of the mother. May my heart beat in unison with hers. So what I'm feeling from that is that, sometimes when things get really exciting, if your love life is ascending to a higher level, if the sun is shining on things that haven't shone on in a long time, if you're getting clarity, energies can be really, really high vibrational, which is beautiful and great, but it can often uproot us and put us up here in the higher realms, and we forget to ground ourselves. So enjoy your ascension, but make sure that you ground yourself and your relationship into Mother Earth in order to stay in that vibrational flow. All right. Next up is Sagittarius. Are you still here, Brian? Talking to you. Things are going right in your little world. Well, I am glad. Your energy felt good on Friday. I liked it. I appreciate you too. Big fat yes. Okay. So Sagittarius, the Archer, November 22nd to December 21st. We have the Eight of Cups, okay? The need to move on, seeking more from your life than what you have been experiencing. A spiritual quest, choosing to make big life changes, a change in priorities, sometimes moving home. I'll clear that up in a minute here. We have deception. Someone's wearing a false self mask in this relationship. And then we have a new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. So what this feels like to me is perhaps for some of you Sagittarians, deception doesn't have to be bad. If someone's wearing a false self mask, they can be doing that to protect their heart. I'm not sure how, I know Brian pretty well. I'm not sure how this would play out it says it's buffering. It doesn't look like it's buffering on my side. Hello. Hopefully it's not. Anyhow, Brian, any place in your life that you've been kidding yourself, that you've been pretending that something is okay when it's not, where you've been sticking around or staying where you need to be moving on, right? And it could even be a timeline. It doesn't have to be a person. It doesn't have to be a relationship. It literally could just be a new day, a new dawn for you, a new earth, time to move forward in your life, time to, step things up, time to be more authentically you, to take off your masks and stop protecting yourself from harm, because sometimes that very protection also protects you from your abundance, from experiencing all that your life has for you to experience. So there's a belief system or an emotion that you need to move beyond in order to feel more authentically yourself, and know that the new earth is coming in. Timelines are evolving and raising, and it looks like you're meant to be on them. all of the Sagittarians. You might need to end a relationship or a situationship or a friendship, or you might just need fresh, new energy, right? The Eight of Cups is somebody who's leaving 8 full cups. That means that they've put a lot of time and energy into a job, a person, a situation, and it was very fulfilling, but it wasn't quite the dream. It was just 1 cup shy of wish fulfillment. And so in the month of April, there's a calling for you to move beyond whatever limitations have kept you stuck from fulfilling your own dreams. It could even be a belief system, not a lover or a person. It could be a lie that you tell yourself about whether or not you're worthy of having your wishes fulfilled and moving into the higher timelines. Whatever it is, being authentically yourself and moving when you feel the need to move is going to help you to level up this month. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. A situationship doesn't have to be a person, guys. Okay, we're only using 3 cards. We got to lean into this a little bit. Okay, deception could be lying to ourselves. I'm happy where I'm at. I'm happy what I'm doing. I'm happy at my job. I'm fulfilled. And yet you're, constantly daydreaming about bigger things, better quests, going on adventures. Maybe you got to lean into these when you're only doing 3 cards. Whatever it is, it's happening. Keep holding your vision because you're heading somewhere better, someplace better with maybe someone better. Okay. All right. Capricorn, December 22nd to January 19th, we have the Ace of Swords. Brilliant ideas that may need refinement, overcoming obstacles with faith that everything will work out, communicate clearly and concisely, remain objective, great clarity and triumph can be had. Ooh. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So you could be getting clear about something that you've been thinking about and wanting to. We were on Sag. Sag was the 8 of Cups, the Deception masked card, and Earth pulsing, pulse of the mother, slow down, time and nature, ground yourself. But now we're on Capricorn. Capricorn, it looks to me like some kind of truth could be coming in for you, or a brilliant idea, a conversation that brings clarity. It says, make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So it's something that you're going to become aware of and you're going to need to take action on. Spirit's going to give you the guidance that you need. It could come in the form of another person. It could come in as a download or an epiphany of sorts, a psychic hit. It can also be something you see or hear on social media, but there's going to be some kind of clarity that comes in, or a great communication that brings clarity that's going to show you the next steps that you're guided to take. And it's going to require effort. It says make the effort. So you're going to have to put some effort into these steps that you're guided to take. Your starseed card is the Void. Stop, embrace winter, great cosmic womb. That's what I feel like you're being guided out of. I think you may have been in the in-between. Maybe something ended in your life, or maybe you've been ascending and you've been in the papal. I don't know what the hell it's called. Pupus. Don't laugh at me. Don't judge me. You've been the caterpillar in the chrysalis in the void. You've been transforming, changing. Things are getting shaken up. Perhaps you've been a little in the dark. In the void could mean that you've been in the dark. You've needed clarity. You didn't see the way forward. There was something that needed to be cleared up. or shown to you. Yes, I am a Cancer. She called me out on my shit. So make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. And stop, embrace winter, great cosmic womb. I think you've been in the dark, in the in-between, needing almost like your mission download, or needing the universe to show you where to put your effort. Where do I go next? What do I need to accomplish? Guide me, show me, give me the realization, give me the communication that I need, right? Because I do think this void intuitively feels like being in the dark. I don't know. I'm lost. I'm confused. What's going on? And then great clarity comes in. And then once the clarity comes in, you're going to be asked to take action, and then you're going to have to put some effort into it. And if it's in love, then great love is worth taking the steps that you're guided to take. So April looks like you're going to learn something and move you out of the dark. And you'll intuitively, or even maybe physically, know exactly how to do that. All right, next is Aquarius. We have the King of Cups. Trustworthy, honorable, devoted, cautious, someone you can completely trust. A situation that is safe, a solid romantic relationship, hidden feelings but well-intentioned emotions, a charitable benefactor, seeing a counselor. I don't know why it says seeing a counselor. For me, a counselor would be the King of Swords, but take what resonates. King of Cups could be a person. It could be an archetype. We have flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others. And we have the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, and integration time. That sounds big. I'm going to read from the book for that. Intuitively, with your King of Cups and your flirt card, if you're dealing with romance, some will be and some won't. There could be a masculine in your awareness that's been deeply in their feelings, but very undemonstrative, maybe holding back. Maybe hiding their feelings, not wearing them on their sleeve or communicating them. Sometimes if you flirt and become lighthearted, you can coax them out of their shell. You can get them to open up. Maybe they're going through a spontaneous awakening or an activation or integration, and they've been in their feelings or emotions. This could be you. This could be someone else. But after this intense time of emotional upheaval, it doesn't feel like upheaval. Let me take that back. It just feels like still waters run deep. There's some very deep emotions here that somebody, you or somebody else, are feeling and having a hard time expressing or showing. And I'm just noticing this king looks very, very contemplative. He's sitting at the helm of a boat, a little boat. He's at the shore, and it's like he's still in his emotions. It's almost like he's not headed out to sea, he's headed to shore. So he could be coming forward, right? He could be one step away from walking in your direction on land, out of the emotions. And you need to keep it light, or he might just turn around and run back to his ship. So we have the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. Now, if this is your energy, Aquarius, if this is your energy, then this is all about you possibly experiencing a spontaneous awakening and activation. And it's got you in your feels, right? It's got you feeling really kind of, you could be going through purges, you could be grieving, you could be clearing the Akashic, emotional Akashic, integrating your feelings, your fears, your past experiences. And in order to come out of this, or as you come out of this, you need to kind of lighten your energy. Actually, if you find yourself crying or expressing emotions after not expressing them, that is actually going to transmute a lot of things. and you'll naturally lighten, right? The tears come, the emotions flow, we unburden ourselves, and we become lighter, lighthearted, clearing the heart chakra. So I don't want to ignore this one. This one feels like a biggie. So let's read it. The blue flame. Number 40. This is a card of awakening and energetic upgrades. Perhaps you're going through a period of spontaneous awakening, receiving visions and having experiences that are out of the ordinary. In the West, little is known about the process of a spontaneous awakening, and it can feel very scary when we're going through it alone. Elsewhere, they can be seen as auspicious experiences, with those going through them being treated with tender, loving care. The blue beings are thought to be activated beings with great potential for healing and upgrading our cellular structures. They appear in moments of extreme awakening, activating a physical Kundalini awakening and deep cellular and DNA healing. Many people glamorize the awakening process. However, I don't glamorize it. It's tough. However, where am I? In reality, it's much messier and more painful and difficult than most of us believe. We must first let go of what we think we know for sure and how we make sense of the world. This is not easy. The awakening process, even when it's spontaneous, takes a considerable amount of time to integrate. An awakening without integration can leave us feeling very ungrounded. If you're in the midst of an awakening, the process never ends. Treat this time as deeply sacred and give yourself ample space to ground and integrate the extreme changes that you're going through, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. The starseed activation is I allow myself to surrender to the awakening process that's right for me. I take things slowly and integrate my experiences each and every day. I feel like what's happening for you in April is maybe you've been going through this awakening and activation, and you're coming out the other side lighter, right? I'm hearing purge. You've been purging, or you could possibly begin purging. It could be very quickly, too. Tabitha, the last 5 years, yeah. Honestly, it's been about that for me, too. 3, since mine was a spontaneous awakening. It literally happened. My dark night of the soul happened like boom, just everything. Boom. My tower came down. My religion was questioned and released because it no longer supported my beliefs. I lost my mom and my sister. I met my twin flame for the 50th time in my life. But this time I had an awakening and realization that it was a twin flame journey, and everything has been chaos ever since. And so, yeah, coming out the other side. If you're an Aquarius, that's what this feels like to me. It feels like coming out the other side, feeling lighter, feeling like you released an awful lot of pent up energy and emotions and grieving and, karmic clearing, walking through your Akash, right? So be gentle on yourself. And when you feel those moments where you are resting, you're being relieved of the pressure of that activation, those are the times where you need to lighten your energy, do something you enjoy, pamper yourself, take care of yourself, take long baths, go for long walks, hang out with people that make you laugh, because it can be very intense and we can hermit in that chrysalis for sometimes longer than we're meant to because of this newfound oversensitive energy where, you used to be able to be out there in all the chaos and pain, and it was your normal vibration. You were acclimated to it. Now you're in this higher frequency and everything seems oversensitive. You get around negative people and you just, cringe at the negativity that you see and you hear and you feel. And so it is a very highly sensitive time. And there needs to be breaks from these kind of awakenings where you allow yourself time to take a break, laugh, feel lighthearted, and try not to always be in the cave. Come out once in a while and get some sunshine and some fun. Okay. All right. Our last sign of the night is Pisces. We have the 3 of Cups. News worth celebrating, joyful announcements like engagements, weddings, pregnancy, or graduation, a time of great gratitude, close communities or chosen families, and it can be reunion with friends, family, or a loved one. Next, we have Passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Wow, look at the energy. Like these guys are dancing, they're partying, they got cups in their hands, they're doing a line dance of some sort. Then we've got this passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy, singing and dancing. I like this energy. I'm not a Pisces, but I could pretend for April. Next, we have Cracked Open. Surrender to the alchemy of life. Cracked Open. Let me cut the deck on that. Perspective. I see. Cracked Open. So there's duality here. I feel like Pisces, you've been of 2 minds. You've been of the negative Nilly. I'm not sure I believe things. It's like that crossroads where you're choosing happiness or darkness. Cracked Open. You've probably purged also, because a lot of people are, especially in the month of April. Because remember, in the channeled message, for those that are on this wave, because there's one particular wave that is having their awakening this month, a little bit behind some of us and probably ahead of others. But if you find yourself being cracked open, or having had been cracked open previously, it looks like the month of April is going to be a cause for celebration. It's going to be a lighter-hearted energy. It could be, purging old people that are no longer vibrationally in your, timeline, letting them go. And honestly, cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. It feels to me like you might have even had a moment not too long ago, or maybe coming up, where you feel like you've hit rock bottom. And when you hit rock bottom, what happens? There's no place to go but up. I'm just reading your comments to see if I missed anything. Listen to Pisces too, your moon and Venus. Yeah, so Pisces, it looks to me like after, when I see cracked open, I feel like your heart cracks open and you purge and get rid of so much stuff. And then you feel light and happy. It's actually, and it's funny because you watched Aquarius too. So it kind of flows right into both of your aspects. Celebration, dancing, partying, going out on dates, meeting new people, having union with somebody if you've been in separation. If you've been in separation, then that could be the rock bottom. Surrender to the alchemy of life. Maybe I should read that for you. You are the last zodiac. I think we got time. All right, number 52. Jesse, please stop whatever you're doing. Don't let the weight and density of the world squash your tender, happy, joyful spirit. Instead, let it call even more of it home into your body at the center front of your life. It's through the extreme pressure of life's trials that diamonds are cultivated. It's when things are at their darkest that we cultivate proper faith and our light is ignited. It's through the crumbling that we can allow our wounds to be alchemized. Let your pain, sorrow, and losses make you, not break you. Let life alchemize your tragedies into gold and joyous celebrations. Be open to being cracked open, wide open. It is the difficult times that help us grow in leaps and bounds and in ways we could only dream were possible. But first, they have to crack us open. Sometimes it hurts like hell. It's nature's way. Whether you let it happen or not, it's going to happen. So surrender to the process. It's how the light gets in. When your heart cracks open, a space is created for your soul to more fully enter. When your soul cracks open, a space is created for the grace of the Holy Spirit to enter. Let your trials, your sorrows, your pains, and your losses transform you into more and more of your true authentic self. Stay open to the possibility that your tragedies, your losses, your sorrows, and your hurt happen for you, not to you. Bless the things that broke you down and cracked you open because the world needs you open now. Surrender to the alchemy of life. It says, how can you let life crack you open? I think it already did. I think that's like past energy because it definitely does not resonate with this 3 of Cups and Passion card. And there's I did this once already and got the same card, Perspective. And then we have the Great Severing, Mars energy, the transmutation of anger, conflict, softening back into love. That's what it feels like. Feels like you've had an awakening, you've purged, you've let go, you've cracked open, right? But April's bringing some real passionate fun is what it looks like. News worth celebrating, joyful announcements. Time for great gratitude. Close communities or chosen families. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy and passion. I think you're coming out. I think you've cracked open, you've purged, you've released, and now you're coming out on the other side. Very similar to Aquarius energy. All right, so is there anybody that would like an energy check-in before I go tonight? If you would, it would be $15 super chat. We've only been here an hour and 42 minutes, so I have time, and I always love to help in any way, shape, or form that I can. And if nobody wants one, then this will be where we end it. And I just want everybody to know how deeply, deeply grateful I am for your coming in and listening. We actually had at one point 17 people in the room, so not so bad considering the first half hour there was maybe 2, right? So Shauna says she wants one. I'm going to get my book just in case we get a couple of you, so I keep you in order. Would anybody else like one? Shauna, if you could send a $15 super chat, that would be awesome. I'm going to go ahead and do yours, Shauna. I'll give you a few minutes to send payment. And then by the end of yours, maybe somebody else will have stepped up. If not, then I'll have more time for you, won't I, Shauna? Thank you, thank you. What does Spirit need you to know? All right, do you want romance angels? Are you in a situationship that you need guidance with, or do you just want practical and spiritual guidance? Let me know if you want me to use the romance angels. If you don't, we'll just take a look with the Starseed, Oracle, and the Tarot. You'll take it all. Amen, sister. I want it all, and I want it now. All right. Knock, knock. Who's there? Shauna. That's who. Tapping into the energy of Shauna. What does she need to know, Spirit? What would you like to guide her on? What does she need to know at this time? Oh, come on. This big old deck is hard to shuffle sometimes. What would you like to talk to Shauna about at this time in her life. And can you keep them on the table for me? Thank you. I can't reach that, but it's the Lover's card. It was the very first card that popped right out, girlfriend. Good thing you asked for the romance angel cards, because it looks like you might need to. Okay. One last pass, Spirit. All right, they're saying I missed one, so I guess I got one more pass. Let's do a riffle shuffle. I always shuffle my hair into the deck. There it is. All right. Okay, so we got the Lovers down there. There seems to be a head over heart decision you might have to make in the month of April. It feels to me so far, let me get all your cards here. Oh, look how pretty. Okay, so Shauna, we have the Four of Swords. You're very welcome, Angela. Thank you for being here. Haha, thanks, Brian. Okay, so Four of Swords, Shauna, insights that come from meditation, the need to rest or take a vacation, allow yourself more time before making a decision. You do have a decision, and it's one in love, right there on the floor. Mental exhaustion, get more sleep. And also the Four of Swords for me is a repose. It's like maybe you and somebody that you have feelings for have been in non-communication, whether they initiated it or you initiated it. It's a healing moment. It's an opportunity to pull back your energy and gain some clarity through guidance, right? Then we have the Nine of Wands. Protect what you have created. Be prepared. Never give up. Ask your angels for help. Environmental activism? Probably not. And animal rights? Probably not, but who knows? Nine of Wands is my Chiron energy. It's the wounded warrior. So this is probably a relationship that you felt was wounding. It hurt your feelings or created some chaos. It probably is a catalyst for you to pull things up, right? But it is the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is feeling guarded. It's protective energy, and it's also determination, right? Tired, wore out, needing to heal, been there fighting for a while, but definitely not giving up. This is a battle that has not been finished as far as you're concerned, or possibly another person. Because the Lover's card isn't always romance. Sometimes it's just a decision that needs to be made head over heart. You know, you need to make it with logic instead of emotions, or vice versa, the need to incorporate emotions instead of all logic. But your next card is the Seven of Swords. You've been getting the Nine of Wands in your spread almost every day, and the Four of Swords too. So basically it's telling me, I'm hearing, so I channel songs. I'm hearing, don't give up on us, baby. We're still worth one more try. Da, 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 da. I don't know it. Don't give up on us, baby. I don't know who sings it or what the lyrics say, but it feels to me, if you're not dealing in a romantic interest, it could be a friendship, it could be a work employer, but it is a relationship. The Lovers is always a relationship. It doesn't have to be romantic, but it is in relation with another person. And so there has been no communication or very little communication. There's been a break because somebody here needed a break to get clarity, because it's swords. They're looking for clarity and insight. The Nine of Wands is telling me that, you haven't given up on this situation or friendship or romance. You still want it to happen. You're still standing there. You haven't given up. You haven't closed down shop. But a trust may have been broken with the Seven of Swords. Maybe this person, a lot of times in romance, for me, this is the runner. I'm out of here. I'm afraid of getting my feelings hurt. I'm afraid of, I'm going to lie. I'm going to manipulate. I'm going to do whatever I can to protect myself. But it definitely does feel like twin flame because we have the Six of Cups and the Lovers. That's very twinny energy. Is this someone you knew as a child, or do you just feel like home? Because that Six of Cups can feel like home. Like the moment I met this person, I felt like I was coming home, like I had known them my entire life. Or it could be literal. It could be missing somebody. It's children or childhood, revisiting old dreams or old romantic interests, plans, embracing your inner child, the return of a person or a romance from your past, romanticizing how things could have been or used to be. And so the Five of Swords, I'm not sure, but I think the Five of Swords, my nose is so sore. It's like scabby and nasty on the ends. I feel like I've blown it a billion times. I'm not sure where the Five of Swords belongs as far as how it fell out, but I want to put it in between the 4 and the 5. I want the 4, 5, and 7. It feels to me like this person really gets easily triggered because of past wounding. And they tend to use their words to manipulate and guide people toward their highest outcome. It's like, oh, I'm not going to be authentic and tell you exactly how I feel, because what if you reject me? What if you hurt me? What if you break my heart? So I'm just going to go over here. I'm going to quit communicating. When I do communicate, I'm not going to be truly honest because, I have a lot of really deep feelings, Six of Cups. But if I tell you about those deep feelings, you could use it as ammunition against me. This person could have been gaslighted as a child in a family dynamic or a friendship dynamic where they had to tell lies or stories in order to prevent from getting punished or hurt. That could be your energy too. He said we need to chill, as in not see each other for a while. Not sure, he didn't specify, but I'm still working with him. Yes, most twins are. So now that everybody else, and everybody's welcome to stay if you want to, but at the beginning of this, I read a little bit from Cassidy Kane's weekly vlog newsletter about twin flames. And I just want you to hear this one little part. We have divine feminine healing happening in a square to Venus. It relates to relationships, creativity, romantic connections. My phone's dying. Self-worth wounds are in focus, which may have blocked love or good from being able to fully reach you. It's a heightened period for twins. Building the future. I want to find the one part. Heaven on earth. Rare spiritual gateway. Miracles versus powerlessness. Soul love speaking. As well as these two powerful transits, we have Venus and Mars bridging Saturn, Juno, and Aquarius. This is it's here somewhere. I thought Juno, but no, it's not. It's Chiron. This is all about soul love, karma, and past life commitments. It's another highly rare event. Old promises are activating between the twin flames. Chiron, there it is, because this is Chiron energy. Okay. Chiron and the Aries stellium are triggering old wounds around relationships to come up. And Saturn's involvement with Mars and Venus shows us it relates to karma. Soul recalibrations, trigger points. There are massive soul recalibrations happening in the divine masculine lives and the divine feminine's past lives. Soul contracts coming into effect, we are shown. Some people are not living up. This is the part I wanted you to hear. Some people are not living up to their soul contract. And this means as we hit these activation points, action will begin to be taken by their souls and the guardians of the twin, the people I channel, the higher ups. The guardians are working with the ascension plan. If someone, for example, a twin soul, doesn't matter if it's masculine or feminine, for you it would be the masculine, is not living as their soul intended before coming here, if they are not acting on their guidance or choose to run from their own soul agreements, it will be made clear to them the karmic repercussions of not acting on soul will, of ignoring the divine plan. What twin flames are not here for, we have shown that we have all earned our place here. We were not born by accident. We were not here to keep reinforcing the patterns of separation, division, and conflict, exploitation, or unconsciousness, which we agreed to come here to awaken from, and thereby awakening others. We have a core soul contract for this life, what we wish to accomplish, learn, and experience as souls. Volunteers in love, light workers, twin flames, and star souls have particular agreements as volunteers in love. We are here to bridge into higher states, unity consciousness. When these agreements and soul contracts are ignored, it does not go unnoticed. Above all, the person's own soul begins to get involved. So his higher self will get involved. And it can be exceptionally unpleasant when the soul works to awaken somebody abruptly that has refused the call. Many of us have experienced this in the past through losing a job or a relationship which felt like it broke us into two, and then later seeing that it directly opened us to a divine path. Karmic guardians of light. The unique thing is now the karmic guardians get involved. Because we are in a major transition as a society, meant to journey out of division and into unity consciousness. If you are here, if you have worked on yourself, you are not being pushed or punished, is the clear message. You are doing good work. You are appreciated, even if it does not seem so. But it is not the job of those who have journeyed deep into their own awakening and soul work to carry the burden of their counterpart who did not. That's what they are saying. Repeating cycles, those who do not listen will be addressed. And the more influential someone's position is as a light worker or public figure, the more karma is at work for them right now. What does that involve and what does it mean? The soul brings challenges to attempt to wake this person up. If the soul is still ignored, karma travels with them in repeating cycles, hammering them until they learn, meaning the world will begin to mirror to them what they are lacking or trying to ignore. Challenges seeking to wake them up, a deep inner malaise from the soul, designed to get them to open up. Soul deadline. Now is the cosmic trigger point for this wave of volunteer souls, the point at which it was agreed this is your deadline in this lifetime. And now work will begin to happen to correct course behind the scenes if the person has not willingly followed their soul's path. Know that you are loved and you are not alone. Help is being put into work because you are not meant to be suffering for their lack of work. Tables are turning. You, the one of light or in awakening, is not meant to suffer with the negative patterns or harm your other self may be bringing into your connection. Watch, they're saying, pay attention this week. You will see that the tables are beginning to turn. Remember to take action on the guidance. We're shown if your counterpart or others are not able to match you in your light, you will be brought to a better situation while they are spiritually rehabilitated. It never helps the planet for you to suffer. You're being prioritized as the person who worked from the light and in the light. Changing themes in love. April 5th, Venus enters Pisces, followed shortly after by Mars. This brings a shift in love. Emotional needs are in focus. The challenge is that there can be blurred lines between who is feeling what during Pisces times, especially for twin flames. Make sure if you feel sadness or pain that it's truly yours. If it's not, send love to your divine counterpart, for they are being rehabilitated. Oh, crown chakra open. We're shown you are strongly spiritually active now. Your crown and third eye chakras are open. So it is important that you shield yourself from 3D static, because the light is bringing you updates in this period. You are guided through checking in with your soul plan, being given instructions for any adjustments for your future path. You may notice this through dreams. You're receiving instructions. Often unconsciously, staying clear helps you receive and be open. Spiritual communication between the twins during this coming period of Mars and Venus, journeying, adding focus to Pisces, work to discern between your own feelings and perspective and your twins. We are energetic beings, so we are always interacting with the energies of one another, even those that are not our twins, basically everybody, but mostly your twin. Energy protection is important for twin flames now more than ever, because we can otherwise get derailed, dragged down, or triggered by our colleagues, friends, families, or even society's negativity, and our twin themselves if they are the matrix unawakened twin. Clearing outside energy, blah, 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 collective metamorphosis with Jupiter and Neptune sextile Pluto for weeks to come. It's not just twin souls experience a period of recalibration and intensified soul path evaluation. Things are not as they seem. There is a higher purpose at work, a deep transformation and detox of the human collective is happening. Soul's will is rising, and you may notice this. The soul's will and higher plan is getting impatient and wants to be expressed. It will be noticeable, because we are not here to repeat history. We're here to journey beyond and create new. Divine courage. This means survival fears are being pushed to be purged and healed so we can go higher. But in some ways, a new and higher state is making itself known to humanity now. We may feel more loved on a deeper inner level, or pushed to awaken to take action for the greater good from a place of divine courage. Things may shift into a more positive direction than would ever looked possible before, via the filter of fear we saw through based on the past being lifted. Karmic upgrade. Spirit tells us karma is being triggered and purged to release. Collective fields are in the process of clearing. It means old negativity may arise, but is with the specific purpose of releasing and healing. This includes negative consciousness, which may intensify during this process. This is another phase in the collective ascension out of the old realities, which has been in process since 2020, into a higher state of oneness, into new earth. What it takes to get heaven on earth. Jupiter and Neptune semi-sextile Saturn, and says we have to stay disciplined to get our heaven on earth experience. It must be manifested through clear cognitive thinking and emotions. This will be easier now than it ever was in the past. Saturn helps us focus on the long run, to have clarity and ground into the higher timelines of potential. The path is the reward. When we lift higher, we win. There is nothing to be gained from going back into the old opposition and karmic reality, especially for twin flames. Manifestation power. If you're a singer, speaker, or use your voice in your mission work, expect to feel supercharged with divine power. Your soul is speaking more directly than at other times. Manifestation via the voice is key. Expressing our truth through the throat chakra is part of our healthy functioning. So if you have issues with being able to speak up or share your voice with the world, you most likely have blocks. Make sure you clear the throat chakra appropriately, for now is a huge manifestation window. Speak your world into being. Twin flame ghosting. We ain't going to go there, but we probably should, because you're being ghosted, right? The throat chakra first develops during childhood, approximately between 8 and 12 years old. So if you had any challenging life events around this time, there is healing work needed on the throat chakra. This could include feeling ignored, having issues at school, or learning disabilities, parents getting divorced, and much more. When energy gets stuck in particular chakras, it blocks the free flow of light, Clearing our energy means doors that were once closed now become open. A week for great breakthroughs. This is said to be a week of powerful breakthroughs, but they are building from the depths and may be slow to fully emerge. Realities and timelines are shifting on a personal level and collectively. It's no longer a time for game playing, is the message we get. Twin flames are being rallied for their missions, and that means karma gets involved. Do your best to focus on creating and visioning your own happiest life, as this will carry you forward into heaven on earth. Follow light, follow inspiration, follow your heart. Allow your twin to awaken on their own timeline in their own manner. Their soul and the guardians will help them on this journey. So they're about to get the kick in the ass that we've been waiting for. And it's not nice to look at it that way, but it does seem like there's shit going down this week. But then we've got the Page of Pentacles, and I do believe you'll get communication. I believe a lot of us will get communication, but I also believe that we could be guarded because we don't trust as much. Either about my twin or the guy before who is a false twin. Orion incarnate starseed. This was so validating. I know, me too. I read that and I channeled my own message before I read that. And I was like, yeah, that just validates a lot of what I channeled. Let's get you some romance oracles. So it looks like you can expect communication because your person has been missing you. You haven't given up. But their poor behaviors need to shift, or things could very well shift for them. So we have love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. But listen, I'm here to tell you that if you've done your soul's work, if you've done your shadow work, you no longer have to stress about, am I doing something wrong? Is it my fault? Am I not seeing the bigger picture? Am I causing the problem? Am I the one that is creating the separation? No, 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 no. Unless you've been resisting the call to do your healing. But if you've done your healing, then you are clearer. And now you just need to focus on manifesting your highest and best timeline. The universe is moving the awakened twin out of the way because the unawakened twin is about to get some shit rolled downhill on them, and you are divinely protected and kept afar, right? Especially if you've been getting a lot of readings saying, walk away, focus on you, love yourself first. You know, that kind of stuff is because there's about to be a reckoning, and you need to be divinely protected. We have deception, again, with that Seven of Swords. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Then we have calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Don't stop manifesting them. Hold them up in the light. See a timeline where you're together, where you're on mission, where you're working as a team, and focus on getting where you need to be, because it's not your job to carry them through the portal. That's their job. It's never our job to save people. We can teach, we can role model, we can help if they ask, but we cannot manipulate the outcome by trying to force somebody to see things the way that they should be. All right. Yeah, face your authenticity. That's a big one. All right, so let's get you a couple starseed oracles. Is there anything that Shauna needs to work on? Is there any areas that Shauna still needs to shine light or transmute or heal at this time? Is there anything that you want Shauna to work on at this time? Anything you want Shauna to work on at this time? Okay. First one that came out was Lost Lands. Didn't you get that? Was that you? I don't remember which zodiac got that. But we have soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. Spirit saying, nah, you got it. You've done this before. If there's anything that you aren't awakened to, it's going to come up and you're going to just step into it because you've practiced many lifetimes to be on mission, to be here doing what you're doing. And so, and I'm also thinking with Lost Lands, I'm seeing you and your twin, many people and their twins on coinciding pathways, but you're going here and you're having your own unique experiences and challenges, and he's over here having his own unique experiences and challenges, and then in the end you're going to just cross one another at the perfect moment. And a lot of times it's to test us. Are we ready? Can we play nice? Can we do what we need to do? Or do we need to separate again and continue on our own personal journey? Hopefully we're not going to keep doing this for too much longer, because I don't know about you, but I am physically and mentally and spiritually exhausted. That's why I think the twins that are awakened are being called to higher timelines where our manifestations come in, our jobs get better, our relationships and friendships get better, serendipity, doors of opportunity open, epiphanies come in, all kinds of really cool stuff. The new life coming out with our new wings and really stepping into our highest timeline. But we are energetic beings that are energetically connected to our twin. So when they're going through a lot of exhausting things, we can actually feel their energy. And that's why we need to kind of clear our energy. It may feel like abandonment, but we need to kind of abandon them emotionally, not emotionally, energetically. Walk away energetically, pull back your attention. Don't focus on them. Don't, stress over them. Don't stay awake up all night worrying about them. That is counterproductive to their own journey right now, because and yours, because it keeps you tethered to that lower timeline that they're in. It's not our job to dim our light for them. They need to step up. They need to meet us in the higher realms, because that's the plan. It's the contract. It's what they promised to do. Heather, guess what? You can go back and watch the entire thing from beginning to end, but you did get to say hello. Much love to you, Heather. So your next card is You're Not for Everyone. Embrace your weirdness and face your true north. So if you've ever felt, Shauna, like the odd man at the party, the fifth wheel, the starseed that just got dropped into a human body and you never felt like you belonged, embrace that weirdness, because it's what makes you not superior, but definitely unique in your own. You have gifts and talents and things that go on inside of you that nobody else has. It's like a thumbprint. You're unique in all ways. And embrace that uniqueness, because it's what's going to actually play out for your benefit in the long run. All right. This candle may take days to burn down. Brian told me that his only took 2 days from beginning to end. But I'm telling you, when I burn these suckers, they burn. Like I lit this, it's barely like even a quarter of an inch down from when I lit it almost 2.5 hours ago. And so I'm going to have to put it someplace very safe. I've got a big jar. I put them in like a hurricane lamp to protect it so it can burn. And your last card is, your second to the last is Star Bathing. Light body, crystal grid, transmission, and activation. I don't think that you have to do anything, darling. I think that you've been lost in the lost lands, or your twins lost in the lost lands. And they're coming back, and you are being asked to embrace your uniqueness, take a leap of faith, face your true north, don't look back, don't worry about him, he'll catch up or he won't. The universe will take care of him in his own due time. We have star bathing, your light body, your crystal grid. You're getting downloads and transmissions, activations. Things are going to start happening pretty quickly for you. Last but not least is portal. Doors are opening. You decide. Rewards and wild card. Actually, a portal is opening, and it is going to the higher timelines. And I think you're going to step right through it. I think you're being called to step right through it. Okay? So doors will be opening. Focus on your manifestations, whatever you're dreaming of, even if it feels like they'll never show up. Fantasize, remember when you were a teenager and you had those sexual fantasies and you saw things so vividly, the quivering skin and the deep embraced kiss. And I mean, oh God, I read so many romance novels as a teenager. My hormones ran strong. Try to incorporate that kind of fantasizing into creating the world you want to live in. Fantasize. What would your house look like? What kind of car would you drive? What kind of friendships would you have? What kind of hobbies could you enjoy without having to worry about what the cost is or if you have time to do it? Just, fantasize like a kid would fantasize, like you're reading a comic book or watching cartoons. Get immersed. Feel it as if it's really happening. And that's how you'll manifest. It's almost instantaneously right now if you know how to do it right. I'm working really hard on mine. I've still got some of those limited belief systems that get in the way, especially around finances, because I was raised very religious and money was the root of all evil. And, you had to give away all your money and walk in poverty with God. People who have money are evil people. They're greedy. They take, and they don't give back. And all of which was programming. And I know it's wrong. I know it's not true, but I still struggle. But you are calling in your soulmate. You need to visualize the timeline where the two of you are together and he is on board. Okay? Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. All right, girl, I love you. That was your energy check-in. I hope it resonates with this Page of Pentacles. I really do believe you're going to get some kind of a communication. If it's not from him, it's, maybe about finances, but it's scholarly, cheerful, dependable, mischievous, time to go to work. An excellent opportunity presents itself. Happy news, especially in career areas, promotions, scholarships, a new area of study. And I think it's the seed of your manifestations. Plant them right now. Drop them right in the soil. Cover them up. Poop on them. I'm just kidding. Fertilize them. And expect that they're coming. Okay? Heather, did you want a check-in? It's a $15 super chat. And there's no time limit. And it's just a topic. Shauna, I would love that. Oh my God, I would love that. One of these days I'll send you one of mine. Well, after you send me yours, make sure there's a return address on there. Mine's old. I made it 15 years ago in my youth-wise days, way back in the day. And it's all religious. If you're not religious, you may not appreciate it, but I made it for my mama. She sold over 500 copies of it. And so, maybe you'll like it, maybe you won't. But I would love to send you one. I think I already sent you one song of it or something. So, Heather, do you have PayPal? Because if you have PayPal, I've got my phone right here. I'll get an instant notification. It would be at the @ T period RS TAROTTALK 1111. I'll even type it in the chat room. At T period. I think that's a period. RSTAROTTALK 1111. Okay. Now, if you click on that, it's just going to take you to my YouTube. So don't click on it, but you can copy it and put it in PayPal and send $15. Send it friends and family, personal, not as business. Otherwise, they tax the shit out of it. Not tax, but they charge fees. And as soon as I receive it, we'll go ahead and do your reading. You'll have to let me know what topic. Romance, just general, what the spirit want me to know. Whatever topic you want. Or a question, I guess, if you want a question. I think questions are more limiting, but whatever you want, you're the one paying for it. So I'll give you a minute. I'll go ahead and shuffle these decks and get them ready for you while you send PayPal. I've never sent a super chat, so I'm not sure how to do it either. Well, okay, then rather than do it here, why don't you just go underneath any one of my videos in the description box. I charge $100 for a full hour. You can ask as many questions as you think we can fit into an hour video. I usually say about 5. And I will record your reading and send you a link to watch it. And I leave them there. As long as I put ads on them, they'll let me leave them up. If I don't monetize them, they tend to drop off. YouTube tends to delete them after a while. But I've noticed if I put ads on them, as long as you watch them, they'll keep them up because they're making money off the ads, even if you're only watching them until the skip point. So yeah, it costs $100, and I would love to do a private reading for you. If you want an in-person reading on a video chat, it's $150, and you get 2 full hours, and we can talk about whatever you want in that 2 hours. So you decide, and then just email me. The email is also below the video. Okay, so I guess we're done. 2 hours and 23 minutes and 3 seconds. 2233. I love you guys. I'm so grateful for you. I really am. You guys are rock stars. If you really love my channel and you think that if you know anybody that's on an ascension journey or a twin flame sacred soulmate journey, share it. They might get something out of it, especially Cassidy Cain's. I read her weekly vlog or newsletter every week, but I don't always resonate with it. Boy, this time it really hit home, and maybe it's because I've been hoping and praying that the universe would step in and help us out. And it looks like they just might. So hold faith. I'm going to send lots of love to him, though, because I don't want the universe to hurt him. Because I love him. But, if they got to do what they got to do to get him to fulfill his part of this contract, soul contract, it's not just about us. It's about the whole damn world. And so they need to step up, right? You're welcome, Carolyn. You're welcome, Brian. Welcome, Shauna. Welcome, Heather. And anybody else that said thank you. And even if you didn't get a chance to, I'm sure you're appreciative because you guys are my soul tribe. So, $50 more and in person. Heck yeah, I'll do that ASAP. You're the greatest. Hopefully I will be getting in touch with you soon. Have a great night, TR. Thank you, Heather. Thank you. Just so you know, if you're in a hurry, I'm leaving Friday morning to go to Cincinnati for a big expo. If anybody watching is local or within an hour's drive of Sharonville, Ohio, which is right on the outskirts of Cincinnati, I will be there live for Friday or Saturday and Sunday this coming weekend. And so if you would love to meet me in person and tell me that, you watch my channel, we can get to know each other and you can get a private reading there as well. And it's cheaper. Well, not if you're going for an hour and a half, but it's $70. No, it isn't cheaper. I apologize. It's not. It's not. But it's worth every moment, every penny. So come and see me. Okay. I love you and I will catch you guys soon. It's in Sharonsville, Ohio. It's called the Victory of Light Holistic Health Expo. It was just bought out by BMSE, which is Body, Mind, Spirit Expos. And you can find, all you got to do is Google Victory of Light, April 2022, and you will get all the details, including the address and the times of operation and the cost to come in. There's lots of free workshops all weekend long that you can attend for free. Brian, darling, you will not see me Friday. I'm sorry. I'm going to be out of town this weekend. You won't see me until the following Friday. So if you go to karaoke, tell everybody I said hi. Me and Trudy and Julie are all going together. But yeah, it's called the Victory of Light. And you can Google it and get all the details. And I would love to meet you guys. Okay. So I will talk to you soon. Namaste. Go check out your zodiacs. They're all up except for Aquarius and Pisces, which will be up tomorrow. I promise. Okay. This head cold's been knocking me off my ass and I was behind, but I'm going to get it caught up. Okay. So namaste, guys. Talk to you soon.